Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video. Yes, well, you probably heard the news already, but Jack Doohan has been sacked from Alpine after just 6 races in the championship. These rookies are really having a very hard time at the moment. It doesn't seem like anyone can bring these rookies through apart from Mercedes, because Antonelli's doing very well indeed, but apart from him, and of course you've got to go back to Oscar's pastry a couple of years ago, but apart from those, not much success with these rookies. Anyway, let's go to the Independent now for the story on what's happened to Jack Doohan. Jack Doohan has been dropped from his Alpine F1 seat after 6 races in the 2025 season. Franco Colapinto will replace Doohan for the next 5 races, starting with the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix at Imola. Alpine will reassess their driver lineup after the British Grand Prix in July. What's the chances of Doohan getting his seat back? I would say not a lot. Not a lot. Doohan's performance has been under scrutiny, having not scored any points and retiring from the Miami Grand Prix after a first lap collision. Team principal Oliver Oakes has resigned, with Flavio Briatore taking over his responsibilities. Flavio Briatore is now the team principal of Alpine. Oh dear. I predict that Flavio Briatore will probably be back out of Formula 1 at the end of this season. Basically for 2 reasons. Number 1, Bernie Ecclestone is no longer in the sport. And number 2, it's very, very hard these days to cheat in Formula 1. Yes, back in the good old days of the massive white envelopes with bulging cash coming out the top of them, those days are gone now. It's all gone now, so the chances of that happening again is pretty slim, and the chances of him asking a driver to smack into the wall it's pretty slim these days, because we know all your tricks now, Flavio. We know all your tricks, so I'm pretty sure at the end of the year Flavio Briatore will probably be gone as well, because he's basically is now the team principal of Alpine. That's probably what his plan was from the start, to be honest. But anyway, he's now the team principal. Oh my goodness, that's going to be fun. I'm going to enjoy that. Flavio Briatore as the team principal. There he is, the silly old duffer. How old is he, for Christ's sake? He must be nearly in his 90s by now, surely. Did I tell you that he boffed no? Anyway, that's not important right now. Let's have a look at Jack Doohan's Wikipedia, because I seem to remember before he came into Formula 1 that he really didn't have a very illustrious career before that. So I don't think it's too much of a bad thing what's happened here. Anyway, so he was born in 2003. Yep. Let's have a look. He was in karting. Yeah, Formula 4. Let's have a look. See what his results are. He was in F2 as well. What else was he in? Formula 1 career. Yes. Red Bull Junior team. Oh dear. Was he in the Red Bull? Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious me. Right, okay, let's have a look at his karting. You can't really take a lot from karting, to be honest. So he started in 2012. First year or whatever it was in karting, he finished in 38th place. That's understandable. So let's have a look at his best results. We had 7th. Oh, we got 1st in the Australian Kart Championship Junior. That's pretty decent, I'd say. So there's his karting career, but as I say, you know, you can't really take that as gospel. Let's have a look at his more karting career. Excuse me. 2016, he was in the Tony Kart racing team. He got no points. And in 2017, he was in the Ricky Flynn Motorsport, and he came 3rd with 71 points. Well done. Well done indeed. Right, let's get down to the serious stuff. I know I shouldn't, say that about karting. It is very serious, but in terms of performance levels, you can't really take karting on board. So in F4 British Championship, he finished in 5th, and we've got a 12th, we've got a 20th, we've got 9th, 11th, 2nd in the F3 Asian Championship. Well done. 2nd again in the F3 Asian Championship. He did well in that. Formula 3, 26th though. 2nd in the Formula 3 Championship in 2021. Then he was 19th, 6th, 3rd. So just before he came into Formula 1, he was the Alpine reserve driver, but he was in Formula 2, and he did finish 3rd. Well, that's not too bad, I suppose. Not too with 168 points. I take it back a little bit, but just looking at that racing career, it's fair to middling, isn't it? Fair to middling. It's nothing special. He's had some good results in the Asian Championship, but in the European rounds, not so much. And in Formula One, of course, for 2024, he finished in 24th place, well, he would do. And for this year, he's currently in 19th place. But unfortunately, that's his lot. That's his lot, yes. What else we got here? There's lots of other stuff here. But, yeah, it's fair to middling, isn't it? It's certainly not earth-shattering, really, is it? It's not earth-shattering. He finished 19th. Oh, Formula 2 results. This is what we want. 19th in 2021, 6th in 2022, and 3rd in 2023. He was getting better then, definitely getting better throughout his career. But I wouldn't say that's a Max Verstappen career at the moment. I wouldn't say that. I mean, it's okay. It's fair to middling. It's okay. So he's coming to the sport anyway as, not a driver that's really going to blow the doors off anyone, and he's shown that he's not blowing the doors off anyone because he is now out of the sport. And sadly, Alpine haven't got a junior team, so that means that they can't shove him sideways into a Red Bull junior seat, so he is out for 5 races. He may come back. It all depends on how Franco Colapinto does. Now, Franco Colapinto also, he hasn't really blown my doors off, to be honest. I mean, but that's all forgotten about now. He's just got to get on with it and prove in the next 5 races that he should keep the seat. And I hope he does. But oh my goodness, it's like musical chairs this year, isn't it? It really is like musical chairs. What is going on? What is going on? I mean, it just goes to show, I think, really, how the young driver sort of program, it's just not working. It's not working. I mean, my greatest hope was Bortoleto, taken on by Fernando Alonso. And if you look at Bortoletto's results, they are pretty decent. And he was obviously, yes, he's driving that toilet of a Sauber, admittedly, but he's not, is he? The only person who is doing great as a rookie is, of course, Antonio. Yes, in the Mercedes. He is really, all right, yeah, you can say, well, he's in a Mercedes, so he's going to do well. But, that's immaterial. That Mercedes is not a top running car by any stretch of the imagination, but he's doing very well in it. So it seems to be only Mercedes can sort their young driver program out. And probably if Toto's got a hand in it, I can see why, because, the rest of it, the Red Bull young driver program is just an absolute joke. It's an absolute joke. It really is. I mean, they've got no clue who to put in that second car. Yuki is doing okay, fair to middling, but I don't know what's going to happen, to be honest. I don't know what's going to happen when we get to the summer break, whether Yuki's going to stay in that car or not. I don't know. He's not doing terrible. I mean, he is doing better than Liam Lawson, but Liam Lawson's doing a bit better in the racing ball. So it's all up in here, isn't it? But oh my goodness, it's like musical chairs at the moment. And we're only, six rounds in? And already we've got 1 demoted and 1 in the bin. I mean, basically Jack Doohan's in the bin, because if Colapinto does well, then Jack's not going to be back. And that's sadly the end of his Formula One career. And it's what I've said before. You have got to come out of the gates absolutely brilliant in Formula One these days. You just cannot be a Ricardo Rossi and just get away with it. You really can't. You have got to be on it the moment you come into Formula One. It's a very, very brutal sport. Unfortunately, there's only 20 seats up for grabs. Of course, there will be more soon, but at the moment, only 20 seats. And there's a lot of people wanting to get into those 20 seats. And at the moment, they need a little bit, more on their young driver program, because some of these drivers coming in just aren't good enough for Formula One. Now, of course, it's the age-old problem is you can do very well in a championship before you come into Formula One, like Formula 2, and then you can come into Formula 1 and do terrible. So it's not really the driver's fault, to be honest. I mean, Antonelli is doing very well in that Mercedes. Very well indeed, you've got to say. So, it's all working for them at Mercedes. So, but it's not working at Alpine. And, of course, with their team principal now gone, I mean, what a shit show it must be at that Alpine F1 team. What a shit show it must be. It's ridiculous. It really is. I mean, we had this, was it last year, with people leaving? It's never been the same since bloody Ryan Reynolds and his business partner, whose name escapes me, I don't really care, took a 25% stake in that team. It's just, oh my God, it's just gone from bad to worse, hasn't it? I mean, half the staff walked out and said, that's it, I'm going, which I don't blame them, because, you know, you don't want to be associated, especially as things have gone on over the past year, which I can't comment about, obviously, for legal reasons, but to do with the certain person I just spoke about a minute ago. So you can imagine that they said, no, we're out of here. But it's just a complete nightmare, Alpine. It really is. I wouldn't be surprised if that team doesn't fold at the end of the year, because it's just going from bad to worse. It really is. Anyway, that is the news. Jack Doohan, at the moment, he's out of Formula One. Will he come back? Don't think so. I don't think it's going to be possible, unfortunately. So he is gone out of sport. It's a shame, but it's a very cruel sport. And if you're not on it, you're not on it. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. You've been awesome as always. I'll catch you in the next video.